Okay, my dear audiophiles, blood runs, blood runs. There is a total economic disaster in the world, tariffs. People are losing their investments. We are in a very difficult situation for audiophiles. The rates are going to make everything go up. You can no longer buy anything. Thank God we have Chi-Fi, right? But
can there be anything better than the Chi 5? I think so. We all have the opportunity to buy great products like the Fossizea 3 or the ESMSL PA40. Various products from various good brands with good reputations that make very good and excellent Chi 5 amps. But I believe that this one here, for me, it's much better, much better. In fact, I have left you in the description some links to some sound tests, so that you can listen to them with the hearing aid of this amplifier, moving the quads. Not only moving the quads, but also moving my Infinity RS 4.5 gigantic horns that drop to 2 and 1 ohm. This amplifier, the YAMAHA RS202, is capable of giving you 100 watts per channel at 8 ohms, but it also runs at 4, 6 and 2 ohms. I think it's going to give you like 160 or 180 watts in 2 ohms. I wouldn't recommend it for that. Surely if you use it with 4 horns too, as it will end up turning off due to the thermal protection. But for an audiophile who wants something good, better than Chi-Fi at Chi-Fi price, we got this. I think the cheapest he gets is at $150. Maybe the Z3 is very good, very audiophile, it has its fanatical, but
this thing you see here is a fantastic thing. Not only that, but I have the lid ready for you to see it uncovered. Let's see. It's true. There's no more screws back here. Well, let's do it. I took the ones next to him, but I didn't know he had so many. To see Pedro. The drill bit fell. Here is the drill bit, 150 bucks. I paid for this receiver. It has radio to AM and FM. You can save up to 40 stations. You can save. Let's take this off and put the drill bit directly, because that's not the case. There is no more problem. It's really incredible what percent $50 you can buy. We have the metal cover. Put it here so you can see it. And here is the cover, and here is the amplifier. As you can see, a pretty decent build has 2 Jamicon capacitors. The payment is supply. The transformer is also quite large and has 4, that is 2 transistors per channel. There you see them, they're discrete, they're transistors. It's class A, B is not class D. This is class A BI. That's why I like it, because it sounds like a class A amplifier. B, now it doesn't have a phonoplay, it doesn't have a DAX either, but it does have for Bluetooth. Let's see, the back has a connection for C, D, 1, 2, and 3. It's like a recorder. It has in and out. Oh, but the horns. How sad the horn connection is, isn't it? Do you remember the review I did about Sony, that I made an entire movie based on those terminals? Well, there you damage it. There they damage it, but luckily I have these things.
I got them on Amazon, and I'm going to leave you the link in the description that they are extenders that allow you to easily use this type of connection, and then you can use banana with them. Do you see easy, okay? I don't see why Yamaha couldn't do that, but my opinion. This is better than any Shi-Fi amp for the price. Now there is something that I have to explain, and that is that this amplifier, even though it is a Japanese company, is not made in Japan, no, but it is made in Malaysia. It's not made in China either. Possibly many of the pieces come from China. But it's made in Malaysia. Another thing is that the front says in the promotion that it is brushed, but it is not aluminum, it is not metal, it is not brush. Aluminum is brush only. So what can you expect? Not percent $50. $150. I just left you the fact link at the beginning of the chat, so you can see how much it is, because now with the rates, I basically recommend that you buy it before the prices go up and keep going up. $150. Let's see how it is now on Amazon. Let's see here. Let's go to Amazon to see how it is. Oh well, it's at 179, it's going up, and it's got over 5,000 reviews. Most reviews are good, 80% of reviews are good. There are some bad reviews where people complain that it turns off by itself. I suspect that the reason they are being paid just as they say is because they have 4 speakers connected and they are making a fuss, or they use it to watch movies and they think this is a super home theater amplifier. It's not. We shouldn't expect that. This works well, and as you will be able to see in the videos that I made, it can move the quads, it can move the infinity, so yes, it can do that. Even for a while, it means you can move the Linton, and I can move any cheap horn you want to buy to use with this or K. Don't buy them for to use with 1B, W801 or 1 Wilson or some Apple G or K. No, don't buy it to use with super stratospheric horns, but you can use it with decent horns even if they are 6 and 4 ohms. But no, if you're going to hear reggaeton or scandals about that, then maybe it falls short. But I tell you that what I like most is that it sounds like music. Music plays, it's a nice sound. With some material it may sound a little bright. And another thing is that with other material and with certain speakers you may not have a tone of bass, but generally this sounds very good, and I like it much better than any Shi-Fi Class D amplifier. I already said it there, it's good. That's the review. I had to do it today, and I had to do it live. Because if not, imagine this deserves a dedicated review with all the special effects and all the jokes and all the jokes. But no, I don't have the time. I'm really so busy. I actually have a show tonight, and I can't be here as long as I want. But I just wanted you to know that I'm okay. Okay? Excited, okay? Happy with this amplifier from this receiver because he's very compliant. Percent $50 is tremendous. He's gone. Yoli, good evening. The one over there is already. It's bedtime for you. This is the beginning of a more spectacular video on the channel. I started out a little excited. Yes, Yoli, well, but I'm also excited due to various events. Things are really challenging for audiophiles nowadays. Actually, I'm contemplating selling a lot of the items I have here
because I lack space, and well, I also need some fun, so I don't have so many things here. Also, I have to repair 20 pieces of equipment that perpetually get damaged, and well, this is overwhelming. I love it. I'm quite fond of it. $150 I spent today is $179 on Amazon. Utilize the link I placed there for you tomorrow. Who knows how much it will cost? Who knows how much money you will have remaining in your investments tomorrow? So I recommend getting it today if you are in search of something like that. If you are seeking an amplifier, get the one that is reasonably priced, and that what you are beginning as an audiophile, you want to have something in another splendid room.
Much better for me than either choice. G5, I wouldn't do it. I favor these considerably pleasant amps. They sound excellent and don't induce fatigue in me. This is not fatigue. Actually, I was listening to it with the new needle I acquired, G5 too. You know precisely what I posted. If you desire to know what is transpiring on the channel, all you have to do is watch the brief videos I create, and that is an indicator of what is forthcoming. That's the prologue, and as some of you have observed, I purchased the Chai-Fei needle, and I like it, and I uploaded some content.
Brief with that needle, but I also trialed it with this and the iFi Zen Phono 3, so you can possess a respectable piece of equipment for minimal expense. Today, thanks to divine intervention and G5 teams, but here we present an alternative. This is my alternative. Let's delve into the comments. Daniel, hello Daniel.
Wow, $600. Well, there are other models too. There is also the 303, or if you buy the 30 something already, then it adds DAC or adds phono. That's another option. If you want to spend a little more and you want to have it more complete, you can do that, but this with Bluetooth and with your phone and a horn already starts with that too. Of course, I acknowledge that Bluetooth is not the most audiophile-centric concern, but if you intend for it to play background music while washing dishes or hosting a party, it's excellent. Or K of that needle we are anticipating. Yes, I aim to conduct a swift review soon of that needle. I'm pretty impressed with it too. In fact, if you wish, I can display it to you here.
Dell receives, and I'm going to show you the remote control, because the truth is that it is a Mr. Remote Control. Look at this. These are not the remote controls that we already see, that they are the same remote control for all products. G5. This is a dedicated remote control, and you can equalize under treble, this balance, the radio stations you can change. You can also turn off the screen if you want, and it is very well made. It's a good remote. It's decent about EQ, using bass and treble. I don't recommend it. It works, but I don't recommend it. I tried it one by one with my selection because my selection is a little low. I tried the bass. What if it helps? But no. I think it sounds well balanced in this flat mode. So yes, it's Japanese, but not all Japanese things are already made in Japan.
Technics does things in China and Malaysia. Many, not even the Japanese themselves, can manufacture in their own country.
Because it is much cheaper to manufacture in China. Now, Francesco came more tariffs from Chile 10%. But I'm thinking, because now I have the Luxman back there,
And I can use this one in my little room where I have my rods with the Samsui and I love it. How does that sound? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, tell me your opinion, but this has passed the test of fire. These Class D amps can't move. The quads don't move them. They don't move horns. I don't recommend this for quads. I've said this before. It does work with regular nut box horns, but this one moves everything, moves the quads, moves the infinities, and moves your favorite horns you're going to buy that go more or less with the price of this. So to me, it's a winning formula. It is a great receiver. I recommend it to you, and it sounds good. It has the typical Yamaha sound. It is warm. Some things it may sound a little bright, but I think you have to give it breaking too, and I have only listened to it for about 15 hours in total, so I'm going to let it sound a little more. And I'm going to let you know in a month or two, I'm going to report again what's happening with the Yamaha RS202. Well, my friends, well, this is how far I've come. This for me breaks the parapelodrome, the parapelometer of emotion, because for the money I have not found it.
Nothing that excites me so much. In fact, this would be good with the Sony speakers that I also like the CS5 so much, and with a subwoofer it would be excellent. Or of course, are you also going to ask me what I think of this one compared to the Sony one that is in the same league and costs the same? Well, this one seems a little more attractive to me because it is a little more compact and looks more beautiful. The Sony looks weird. To me it's like big, but the Sony sounds great too, and I said in that. The good thing about these receipts is that you turn up the volume and they don't distort. Imagine a recipe of these from the 80s or 70s. What happens when you turn up the volume? How does that sound? It sounds, if you turn the volume up a lot, what it does is pure distortion, clippio. These receipts, they don't clip. I don't understand what technology they have. Maybe there is software that controls the output.
But this one and the Sony don't distort. You turn up the volume and you don't hear any exaggerated distortion like in previous receipts. You had to be careful not to turn up the volume too much because your tweeters blew up. So that's my personal opinion. And let's see one more comment here to see.
It is supposed that although brands order to make China, they do not have enough quality of their products to be classified as China. So it shouldn't be listed as Chi 5. You say this Yamaha? Well, this one is made in Malaysia, so I don't know what the name is for the high 5 made in Malaysia Malafine.
Maori, it cost me $150, and here's the Amazon link. It's at $179. You seem a little late today, but it's okay. Watch the video at the beginning because I have to go, and remember that we all have a little bit of audiophiles and crazy people. See you soon, friend.